It's the NFL on EA Sports, where London will play host to a different kind of football. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs on Sunday night primetime.
Here in London, we see one of the world's most iconic football venues, Wembley Stadium. And since 2007, it's welcomed the NFL to stage some American football contests as well. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And we are underway in London. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. That's caught in stride by Rice. This is ahead for about 5. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the gun, Piron. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. So I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down throw, Mahomes. Completes this one to Rice. And he reaches the 30 before going out of bounds. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. To return, Jerome Ford. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the Browns on offense, readying for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. That's complete, David Njoku. And that's good for a gain of 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 21. Got him in. It's Njoku. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4, that brings up 3rd and goal. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. ready to go with the second quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Watson has it, 3rd and goal. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs and Rashee Rice readying for a new series on offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They send a tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Jordan Hicks takes it away. And the Browns take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. They'll start at the opposing 45 following the interception. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson able to get it to Moore. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, here's Watson. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set up now for 1st and 10. Now give right side to Chum. And he rocks the tackler. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. We've hit the 2-minute warning now in Britain. The Browns trailing on the scoreboard. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make it pay.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Buying some time left. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns get some late points and the lead. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that could create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns push their lead to 3. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action, Mahomes. Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds his man Gray. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One of the tight ends motioning right. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing again, Mahomes. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Five men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. They motion the tight end over. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Boy, this defensive crew is locked in that O-line's head. They are a-spinning. Back-to-back sacks has this offense on skates, and those blockers can't figure out where this rush is coming from next.
The Chiefs looking to punt on fourth down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night matchup. Now we'll send you back across the pond to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman waiting patiently to bring you the EA Sports halftime reports. Coach?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Two quarters to go from London Town, and here we go in our second half. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns have the football first to start the third, and here comes their offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that gives the Browns a first.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Watson on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A give to Chubb, running left. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 4. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. Along this sideline inside the 25. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a first.
I'll tell you what, Kate, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9. Watson. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's a counter give to Chubb. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. They try Chubb again. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Watson to throw it. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Carlson's kick is good, and that'll double their lead to 6.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Pressure coming from Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st down throw, Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now we'll give up the middle to Piron. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 1-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And this one does not go far. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Second down now, 7 to go. It's Pacheco again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Looking to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Mahomes. He completes it in traffic. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll motion a tight end left. Throwing is Mahomes. This one's caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Back to the air, Mahomes. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Chiefs trail by 6. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Pacheco. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Looking to throw it. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs find a way to tie it late. So it was touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
They have this try now to put them in front late. And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here he is to throw. Connection made to Judy. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Setting up to pass. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw. On the slant, complete to Judy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running right with Chubb. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's 2nd, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. He's on the move. He can run it. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 3rd and just 2 to go. Judy now in motion left. On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Working from the gun, Watson. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Chubb on the give, headed left. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time, they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Hardman with a return. And look at this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Trying to set this up quick. So the Browns come away with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say cheerio from London.